So, a few days ago, in a bar in Redwood City, which is near San Jose, California, which is near the headquarters of Apple, someone actually found an iPhone. At first, it just looked like an iPhone 3GS. It was in a case. But after closer examination, they started to see a few things that were a little bit different. And that led them and quite a few others to believe that this is actually the new iPhone, the 4th generation iPhone that'll be coming out, well, hopefully this summer. We're going to maybe go over a few of the features that they found here that you guys can get excited for.
The biggest one is a front-facing camera.
So you can do, like, you know, video chat with probably other people with iPhones as well as people with webcams on computers. There's also the camera on the back actually has a flash now, or at least in this prototype. Once again, this is a prototype, so maybe some of the smaller features could be gone by the time the actual production model hits. But this one has a flash accompanying the back camera, the rear-facing camera. So.
Yep, and it's got a bigger lens, which means better quality photos. I think the lens is about this big, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, about that big.
But it also has, the design of the case is the biggest change that the iPhone has seen. Instead of like kind of curvy, like it's kind of a curve. I don't know. It's like totally flat on the back. And it's more like a box.
The back is now made from like a glass ceramic sort of back instead of a metal. You noticed with the first iPhone they used aluminum, but unfortunately radio waves don't get through the aluminum too well, so they had to put that plastic bottom on. And then the 3G and the 3GS, they just went all plastic. But back in 2006, Apple actually had this patent to use this ceramic material that they discovered to use on the backs of their phones to let radio waves get back and forth. And that's what this new one appears to be. So it should be pretty nice. Sort of a ceramic back should make it look pretty styling. Not really big, but they're using a micro SIM, and that's
also... it's the first phone in the country.
Exactly. The iPad uses a micro SIM right now, and that's one of the only other devices in the country. So that's another really indicative reason why this is the next iPhone.
Yeah, that's right.
The screen is also higher res, which we all kind of saw coming. It had to be the Droid, stuff like that. Everything's like an HD screen now. So to compete, it needed to be up there in resolution. We're not really sure what it is. They actually can't run the iPhone because Apple actually remotely just destroyed it.
Yeah.
In the sense of the software, it won't boot anymore.
And there have been reports that Apple is missing a prototype.
Yeah, so it all pretty much lines up. There's also a bigger battery. I think physically it's about 18% bigger, which means, you know, battery technology, you know, gets better and better every year. So if it gets 18% bigger physically, we're probably talking like a 25% increase in battery life on the 3GS, hopefully, which is awesome because, I mean, that's probably the biggest complaint on a lot of these smartphones is the batteries just aren't big enough, you know, browsing the internet, stuff like that. Wi-Fi really takes it down, so.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like all that much, but I really can't wait because they've announced the iPhone operating system 4.0.
Yeah, and there's more software stuff to come too.
It's gonna be a good new phone because we're both gonna get.
Yeah, we're both upgrade eligible, so we're pumped.